If you still think all boots are the same, it's time to rethink your looks, because in the winter of 2026, boots will not only protect your feet from the cold, they'll also show off your style to the world. That's why, in today's video, I'm revealing 10 boots that are super trendy for winter 2026. I'll be sharing a top 10 list that goes from the most creative and daring boots to those classic, elegant ones every woman should have in her wardrobe. So stick with me until the end to see which ones you already own and which ones you'll want to buy to wear this winter. In 10th place is the over-the-knee boot. This boot is bolder and gives a more powerful look with that sensual style touch. It elongates the silhouette and adds elegance, but a slightly daring kind of elegance, so it needs to be worn wisely. I don't consider this boot to be very versatile, which is exactly why it's in 10th place. It requires a lot of balance, and some women might not feel very comfortable wearing it, but I'll share a few look ideas that can work. The first is a slightly shorter wool dress paired with a more structured overcoat. Together with the boots, you get a well-balanced outfit that, despite having that sensual touch, also stays elegant. Another option is wearing a looser sweater styled as a dress, of course with thick tights. Paired with this type of boot, the look is well-balanced. And of course, you can also wear it with skirts. In that case, go for a midi skirt, especially if it has a high slit to really show off the boots. After all, they're tall and bold, they're meant to be seen. You could pair that midi skirt with a turtleneck and a trench coat for an ultra-elegant look. Overall, over-the-knee boots should be worn with either a slit or a shorter or tighter piece like skinny jeans, leggings, shorter skirts, or dresses. So I really recommend them for women who like to show off their legs and make them the center of attention. If that's not your vibe, no problem. Later in our top 10, I'll suggest more classic and traditional boots for anyone going for a more timeless, elegant look. Coming in at number 9 on our list is the biker boot. This boot brings major attitude and just the right amount of rebelliousness. It's a more creative, edgier style, perfect for women who aren't afraid to show off their personality. It goes really well with an urban, heavy, rock-inspired look. It's also great for women with a creative fashion sense who will wear this boot with ease and confidence. The trick with this boot is contrast. I usually like to pair it with more feminine pieces or ones with a boho touch. That way, we find a super interesting balance. One example is styling this boot with a flowy floral dress, a leather jacket, and boots in the same color as the jacket. So, for example, black leather jacket and black biker boots and that light, flowy floral dress right in the middle. This mix actually reminds me a lot of the runway shows from Chloe, a brand I absolutely adore. They really nail that contrast between soft and bold, so that's my recommendation. Another option is to wear it with black skinny jeans, a white shirt, and an oversized blazer. That way, you mix oversized elements with more fitted ones. And of course, you get a touch of office-core, which continues to be trendy through 2025 and 2026. You could also wear it with a denim skirt and a sweater to get a warmer, more comfortable look. In that case, I'd suggest avoiding too much boldness on the bottom half. Just the boots with a denim skirt and a basic ribbed sweater is already perfect. The boots will be the star of the outfit. And if you want to match the boots with a bag, go for one with the same vibe, for example. A bag with buckles works great. You'll end up with a look that, even though it's made of basic pieces, still leans heavily into a creative style. In 8th place, we have the platform boot. This boot is perfect for those who want height and comfort. I know platform shoes aren't everyone's favorite, but personally, I love a good platform. First of all, besides giving me a few extra centimeters, it's a very comfortable and practical model for everyday wear. This type of boot blends that 2000s aesthetic with a more modern vibe. It elevates your outfit and boosts your confidence without making your feet hurt. And you can pair it with countless outfits. For example, a ribbed midi nude dress with beige platform boots and a long coat, especially if the coat leans more toward brown, will elongate your silhouette and keep you looking amazing and cozy throughout the winter. Another option is to wear them with wide leg pants. That way, you don't even need to show the boots. You can style the platform as if it were just a regular platform shoe. And honestly, I love the combo of wide leg pants with boots. I think it's super practical. I believe every woman should try it, especially if she's going for comfort. Now, for the top, you could go with a plaid flannel shirt to give it a slightly grunge vibe, something we also saw trending earlier this year. If you're aiming for a bold, super creative look, I recommend a jumpsuit. It can be a more laid-back jumpsuit or a tailored one. My tip is to pair it with a platform boot in a terracotta, wine, or cherry red shade and a wide belt, especially those with big buckles, which are a strong reference in 2025 fashion. These belts are really standing out this season. It's a simply perfect combo that you need to try. If you're a bit less bold, no worries. You can still wear this more reddish tone boot with a simple tailored jumpsuit, just skip the belt. In that case, I recommend the pant legs be a bit wider, think wide leg or flare, which will work really well. And if you go for a denim version like a navy blue denim jumpsuit, it's going to look amazing. In 7th place, we have thicker heels. If you want comfort but don't want to sacrifice elegance, my tip is to go for boots with slightly thicker heels. I'm not talking strictly about lug soles here, though you can go for those too, no problem. I'm talking about the actual heel, a chunkier, block-style heel. The goal here is comfort. To help you feel secure wearing the boots, because many women still think they have to wear ultra-thin heels in order to pull off a stylish look, and that's just not true. In 2025, we're seeing boots with thicker heels show up more and more, specifically designed for comfort. It's a stable, charming, versatile boot that'll make you look amazing without the stress of tripping or twisting your ankle. That's not the kind of drama we're here for, right? One example of how to style these thicker-heeled boots is with flare pants. Flare pants always work great with boots. So if you're a woman who loves boots, I totally recommend flare pants. Because of their wide leg opening, it's easier to wear and slip on the boots, no hassle at all. I recommend pairing flare pants with a black bodysuit sleeved or sleeveless and, of course, a black leather jacket. That combo gives you a bold urban vibe that works for any woman, right girls? A more fitted top, flare pants, ankle boots, a jacket, you'll look fierce. Another outfit I recommend is a wine-colored dress with a jacket. It could be a more casual one, paired with boots that have a chunky heel and a slightly pointed toe to add that subtle, sensual edge. You can also match them with a skirt and a sweater for a cozy, soft vibe. In that case, I suggest sticking to a color palette of chocolate, caramel, and cream tones that reflect that warm, almost flavorful feeling, you know? Like when we think of ice cream or pie, it reminds us of those brown, beige, and caramel tones. That's the mood we're going for with this look. So a flared or full skirt, a cream sweater, and a caramel-toned boot with a thick heel will look perfect. In 6th place, we have the country boot. The country boot is a favorite in the fashion world. It's been trending since 2023, if I'm not mistaken, when it first started to appear. And it's still going strong. This boot went from that classic Wild West aesthetic straight to the big city. It became much more urban, full of charm, and it brings a laid-back energy while still making a statement. That means, yes, it's a casual boot. It's not one of those sensual styles. It's not meant to look super elegant. The whole idea behind this boot is to add a relaxed, irreverent, and fun touch to your look. It looks beautiful, for example, with dresses, especially boho-style dresses, with lots of ruffles and flowy fabrics. It also pairs really well with a vest, which adds that extra country charm. And you can enhance it even more with fringe like leather fringe, which matches the country aesthetic perfectly. It's the perfect combo, especially for cooler days or regional festivals. It's a look that's going to be stunning and eye-catching. Another classic pairing for this boot is, of course, flare pants. Flare pants work great. That flannel plaid shirt I mentioned earlier also looks amazing with this boot. And of course, don't forget a cowboy belt. This combo is perfect for events like Festas Juninas, and it'll keep you comfortable, warm, and stylish all at once. I'm a big fan of flare pants. Another great option is pairing the boot with a denim skirt and a knit top, along with a cozy little jacket. It could be a suede jacket or even a wool one, either way. It's going to look beautiful. Denim skirt plus country boots equals a perfect match. Really, anything denim pairs super well with country style. So go for it, denim skirt, jeans, or even a jumpsuit. Just throw on some jeans with a pair of country boots and you're good to go. Now, since we're talking about a cozy look here, I recommend sticking to warm tones like chocolate, cream, or caramel. This gives a nice sensory feeling to the outfit. Actually, this combo denim skirt, knit sweater, and country boots is a softer, less bold option that also works really well for regional events. Now tell me, which boot is an absolute must-have in your wardrobe? And of course, besides leaving your comment, you really help the channel by typing today's magic words, Winter Boots 2026. Typing those helps the channel keep producing daily videos for you. So, I'm counting on your support. While you do that, let's keep going with the video. Number 5 is the white boot. That's right. This boot might seem a bit bold, but I don't think it's hard to wear at all. On the contrary, I think you should style it the same way you would a white sneaker. A lot of times we see a white boot and think, wow, that draws a lot of attention, it's too bold. But in reality, it's nothing more than a white sneaker in a different shape. And as you know, white sneakers go with everything, so why not wear a white boot with everything too? Now here's a tip. When the boot is only partially visible, meaning the shaft doesn't show, follow the same logic as the white sneaker. It'll match with everything. But if the boot shaft does show, it becomes more eye-catching. In that case, you need to be a bit more careful with how you style it. An easy combo is to wear this kind of boot with retro-style blue jeans, a beige knit sweater, and a blazer. You could go with a brown blazer or something more gray-toned. Personally, I love how this color combination works, both brown and gray pair beautifully with white. The white boot is quite neutral, but keep in mind that white can lean into off-white or be a colder white. So pay attention when you're buying your boot, don't just grab any random pair. Make sure it suits your undertone. If you have warm skin, go for off-white. If you have cool skin, choose that icy, bright white. Another cool way to wear a white boot is with tights, for example. Nude tights with a knit dress or a sweater worn as a dress. That's another soft, cozy look. Now, if you want a more creative yet elegant combination, I'd suggest pairing it with a pleated midi skirt, a silk or satin shirt in ivory, and a jacket. It could be a leather or denim jacket. Personally, I'd go for a leather jacket in a creamy tone that blends with the ivory shirt. That combo would look perfect and, of course, totally luxe. If you're enjoying this video, you're going to love the daily content we post here on the channel. Here, you'll find videos about fashion, trends, beauty tips, all made with love just for you. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, YouTube will let you know every day when a new video drops made with care and love just for you. While you do that, let's get back to the video. We're getting close to the top 3, but before that, we have the boot in 4th place, the Croc embossed leather boot. The Croc leather boot is still in style. It's a trend that's been around for a few years, and it's a boot that makes a statement. I always say here on the channel that Croc leather doesn't just look elegant, it adds a luxurious touch to your outfit. It's bold. Not everyone can pull off Croc leather, because it really conveys a sense of luxury and power. I believe that's because of the texture itself and the exotic animal references behind it. So, this isn't the kind of boot that works for someone with a very delicate, sweet, or romantic style. If that's your vibe, this boot might feel too intense for you because it definitely gives off that high-powered woman energy. You know, that businesswoman vibe, someone confident, strong, maybe even a bit intimidating. That's the kind of energy Croc leather brings. Since it's such a powerful boot, the ideal way to style it is with more neutral pieces that let the boot take the spotlight, let it be the star of the show. Otherwise, the look can become too overwhelming. Because this boot screams luxury, I recommend starting with a simple outfit like a black dress. It could be, for example, a midi dress and a coat. I highly recommend a long coat. I think the combination of a long coat that also ends around the midi length, along with this boot and a black dress, would look gorgeous. Another great pairing is a dark skinny jean with a turtleneck top, especially in off-white or black, and of course, a trench coat. Just picture it. Trench coat, dark skinny jeans, turtleneck, and croc boots. Stunning, right? And yes, you can totally match the boots with a croc bag in a similar tone or even the same shade. And of course, don't forget the classic pencil skirt, especially if it's a leather pencil skirt paired with a white shirt, a more structured blazer, and those croc boots. All of it in shades of brown, especially deeper tones like chocolate. It's simply gorgeous. This is a more powerful, office-ready outfit, so yes, it works perfectly for professional environments too. Now we're moving into the boots that everyone should have in their wardrobe. In third place, we have the Chelsea boot. This type of boot is minimalist, practical, and timeless. In other words, it never goes out of style. The Chelsea boot is a real wardrobe staple, especially if you love the concept of a smart or capsule wardrobe, where everything mixes and matches and the pieces are all super functional. Honestly, I love recommending this boot to women with a busy lifestyle. So, if you're a mom who also works outside the home and juggles a lot during the day, or maybe you're a grandma, this boot will work really well for you too. It's a practical, everyday kind of boot. For example, I personally love combat boots, but I don't even consider them boots, they're in a category of their own. So, I think that in second place, replacing combat boots, we have the Chelsea boot. The only difference in terms of practicality is that the Chelsea boot is more elegant, more minimalistic, more basic, and it also has no laces, which makes it easier to slip on in your daily routine. I'd pair it with black straight-leg pants and a gray turtleneck sweater. Done. A simple, elegant, and perfectly minimalist look. Another example, a midi dress with a denim jacket. This midi dress could be floral, and then I'd go for a slightly lighter boot caramel, brown, or off-white so it doesn't clash too much with the floral pattern. And of course, for those winter days that aren't too cold, like here in Rio de Janeiro, I'd wear it with tailored shorts, black tights, a slightly thicker pair, like 40 denier, and a cozy sweater. Done! A super creative outfit. That one would definitely be my personal pick because my style is a bit more creative. A little creepy chic with an elegant yet fun twist. So yes, this look would be my choice, especially for days that aren't freezing. But if you live somewhere colder, skip the tailored shorts unless you have those thermal tights with inner lining. Then, you can still wear dresses, skirts, and shorts in winter with no problem. Number 2. Now we're talking about a boot that everyone should have in their wardrobe. The riding boot. This one never goes out of style. It's elegant, classic. It gives off rich woman energy, seriously, total heiress vibes. It's like a fine wine. The more time passes, the better it looks. I absolutely love this type of boot because I think it's so classy. It suits women with an elegant, classic style. If you're someone who wears power suits and loves good tailoring, this boot is for you. But of course, the secret lies in balance, choosing refined details and well-fitted pieces so you wear it just right. A practical combination would be with black leggings and girls. I mean quality leggings. None of those cheap, see-through ones. We're talking thick, structured leggings that won't show anything underneath. With those leggings, add a loose, oversized sweater and a scarf. That with the boot gives you that effortlessly elegant look. Another great option is tailored pants. They look amazing with this kind of boot, as do tailored shorts. Now, since we're talking about winter, let's remember some places get very cold. In that case, I recommend those fleece-lined tights I mentioned earlier. On the outside, they look like sheer tights. But inside, they're all cozy, you won't feel cold at all. I love pairing this boot with tailored shorts, skirts, even mini skirts, but again, make sure to wear tights if you're in a cold climate. For the top, go with a white button-up shirt. Seriously, don't skip it. It's the perfect match for tailored bottoms if you're going for that heiress look. Over that, throw on a wool coat, ideally one you wear draped over the shoulders. Wanna look rich? There you go. This outfit is perfect for walking around the mall, browsing the shops, and looking super chic. Throw your sunglasses on top of your head, rich girl mode. Activated. As for color choices for your riding boots, I suggest black, brown, or caramel. I always recommend these three. Since we're aiming for a chic, luxurious look, don't go too bold or you'll drift into the creative style zone, which isn't what we want here. Stick to the classics. If you want a little something extra, maybe go for burgundy, which will be super trendy for 2026. That way, you get a mix of creativity and elegance, but still subtle. Now, in first place, we have the kitten heel boot, the little boot with a tiny heel. This one's not everyone's favorite, some women don't like it, but I think it's super elegant. It's delicate, feminine. Honestly, I'd rather wear a tiny, thin heel than go for something chunky and tall, especially if you're after comfort and elegance. This boot gives you exactly that. The perfect combo. You can go for a riding boot too, but like I said, it can feel a bit heavy. If you want that little lift, even if it's small, this is your boot. It's ideal for women who want a touch of elegance but can't stand stiletto heels. Don't worry, I don't like super high heels either, especially if they're thin. They're just not comfortable. And that's what kitten heels do. They add charm, a subtle charm that transforms your look and instantly makes any outfit feel more refined. How to wear it? With a well-made sheath dress, and I mean well-made. Not one of those cheap, too tight, vacuum-sealed styles. No. A classy, mid-length black sheath dress. And pair it with a tailored blazer. Add black kitten heel boots, and voila! Rich girl vibes, heiress energy. I love this practical combo. See? All black. Simple. Clean, just how you love it. I know some of you don't like when I say that black doesn't flatter everyone, but I get it, you love black and want to wear it no matter what. So, okay, just wear it well. This look is a great example. Another look, tailored pants with a navy turtleneck sweater. Very chic. Add white kitten heel boots. Perfect. Totally giving off that nautical elegance, which is going to be big in 2026. You can also wear them with a skirt. I'd go for a pleated skirt with a soft blouse, nothing too bold. Even just a tee and a short jacket, kind of Chanel inspired, would look amazing. That classic Chanel jacket vibe. So yes, this works beautifully and keeps your outfit elegant and sophisticated, which is exactly what these boots bring to your wardrobe. And speaking of elegant, sophisticated looks, knowing which coat to wear this winter will make all the difference. It has a huge impact on your overall vibe. So, if you want to know which coats are trending right now, just click the video that's popping up on your screen. I'll see you there.